Hidden deep within the mountains, there is a forgotten town called Ashmoor, and when the sun goes down, every door is locked for a terrifying reason.
Every evening, the people disappear without a single word. Because everyone in Ashmoor knows the night never forgives. That evening, a traveler named Ethan entered Ashmoor. He believed the stories were nothing more than old village myths.
Before midnight, get inside. Anyone left outside is never seen again.
Ethan ignored the warning and stayed outside after sunset. But something hidden in the darkness had already found him.
At exactly midnight, Ashmoor stopped feeling like a normal town. Something ancient had finally awakened. From the darkness, they quietly stepped into the night. Silent hunters searching for anyone left outside. Ethan kept walking, believing he was completely alone. He never realized something was only a few steps behind him. Then, the flashlight died without warning. Only two glowing eyes remained in the darkness. For the first time, Ethan saw the creature with his own eyes, and in that moment, he understood why no one survived the night. Ethan couldn't move. Fear had taken control of his body. The creature simply stared, as if waiting for something. A hidden voice whispered, "Don't run. Don't run. If you run, they will chase you." Then Ethan realized it wasn't just one creature. The entire town was surrounded by silent hunters. Every step Ethan took, they copied in perfect silence. The distance between them grew smaller, second by second. Just before it was too late, Ethan saw one final chance. An old shelter stood open, waiting in the darkness. Ethan barely escaped, sealing the shelter behind him. For the first time that night, he felt almost safe.
The shelter had been used many times before. Others had hidden here, but none had escaped the mystery.
One forgotten journal revealed the town's darkest secret. The creatures had been hunting Ashmoor for centuries.
Long before Ethan arrived, the nightmare had already begun. Generation after generation, the town lived under the same curse.
Then, 3 heavy knocks echoed through the shelter. Something outside knew exactly where Ethan was.
The knocking stopped, but the silence felt even worse. Ethan knew something was still waiting outside.
At first, the street looked completely empty. Then, dozens of glowing eyes appeared, staring back at him.
Behind the old shelves, Ethan uncovered a hidden chamber. It looked far older than the town itself.
The carvings told a terrifying story. Ashmoor had been feeding the creatures for hundreds of years.
Ethan thought he was hiding underground, but the nightmare had already found him. The glowing eyes disappeared without a sound. But Ethan knew he was no longer alone. Every step revealed secrets buried for centuries. The chamber felt older than history itself.
At the end of the chamber, an ancient stone gate stood before him. Whatever was hidden behind it had never been meant to escape.
The moment Ethan touched the gate, everything changed. Something on the other side had awakened. The gate slowly opened, releasing an endless darkness, and Ethan finally came face to face with the true ruler of Ashmoor. The creature wasn't a hunter. It was their leader. Its eyes had watched Ashmoor for centuries.
It did not attack. It simply pointed toward the ancient wall, as if it wanted Ethan to understand the truth.
The carvings revealed a forgotten bargain. Ashmoor had chosen survival at a terrible price.
Long ago, the town made a desperate promise. As long as the rules were obeyed, the creatures stayed outside.
Then the gate cracked even further, and the chamber began to shake. The true nightmare had not crossed the gate yet.
The ground shook beneath Ethan's feet as the ancient seal began to fail. Whatever was imprisoned beyond the gate was breaking free.
Even the creatures bowed their heads. Something far more powerful was about to appear. A single eye opened inside the darkness, and it was staring directly at Ethan. An ancient symbol beneath Ethan suddenly came alive. It was the only thing standing between him and the darkness.
Then the ancient seal answered Ethan's presence. For one brief moment, the darkness was forced back.
The light protected Ethan, but only for a few moments. He knew the ancient seal would not last forever. At the center of the seal, Ethan found an ancient book. Its pages carried the truth Ashmoor had buried for centuries. The first people of Ashmoor had awakened the darkness themselves, and every generation had paid the price ever since.
The curse was tied to a hidden crystal beneath Ashmoor. Destroy the crystal, and the nightmare would finally end.
Only one path left, deeper into the darkness. If Ethan failed, Ashmoor would never see another sunrise. With every step, Ethan moved closer to the heart of the curse. There was no turning back now.
At the center of the cavern, Ethan found the ancient crystal. Its power had fed the darkness for centuries. The guardians appeared without warning. They would protect the crystal at any cost. Beside the altar, one forgotten weapon remained. It had been waiting for someone brave enough to use it. One strike would decide the fate of Ashmoor, and the darkness was ready to fight for its final breath.
The crystal shattered, releasing centuries of imprisoned power. For a single moment, time itself seemed to stop. One by one, the creatures began to disappear. The curse that haunted Ashmoor was finally breaking.
The ancient ruler never fought back. It simply vanished, as if its long watch had finally ended. When Ethan reached the surface, dawn had finally arrived. For the first time in generations, Ashmoor welcomed the sunrise. The nightmare was finally over, but Ethan asked for no reward. He simply disappeared, leaving Ashmoor behind forever. Ethan believed the nightmare had finally ended. Ashmoor slowly disappeared behind him. Then Ethan noticed something strange, buried in the dirt. The symbol of Ashmoor had somehow followed him.
The crystal was gone, but the symbol still lived, and something in the forest was watching him once again. When Ethan looked back, nothing was there. But the pendant had already begun to awaken.
Some legends are never truly defeated. They only fall silent. And somewhere beyond Ashmoor, the darkness still waits.